So unless you're a barber living under a rock, you know that the Tpob play is arguably the best clipper out right now. Of course, that's subjective, but in my opinion, this thing is like prime Mike Tyson, 2018 LeBron James. This thing is unreal. I've used the play nonstop ever since it came out, and it is undeniably great. I believe that every single barber should have this clipper on their station, even if you have, strong personal feelings about the brand and how they do their marketing and all that. This clipper is a must-have. Now they was questioning, make them fans now. I'm the best in my league, and that's hands down. One of the things I love about Tpob as a brand is how well the company listens to the community. They're constantly improving on machines and upgrading them, even when you think it couldn't be any better. The X and the XO, for example, went through some changes in the past, giving better battery life, some more power, different designs. The company also offers different blade options, gives them charging stands. Some clippers will come out with only standard charging, and then later they'll improve it with USB-C. And usually the price stays the same while the machines are getting better. There's also no other clipper company that's so connected with the community. The owner of Tpob's always replying to comments, DMs, going on live. Okay, so the brand is obviously called the Pissed Off Barber, so sometimes, yeah, you might not like the way he goes on about things, but this doesn't change the fact that he's the only owner of a major company that not only interacts with its community, but also listens to the barber's wants and needs. So the play to me is as close to a perfect clipper you can get to right now. I have 5 of these machines. That's how much I like them. I'm literally collecting this shit like it's the Infinity Stones. It's powerful, it's quiet, ergonomic, it looks good, and it's very fairly priced. And somehow, Tpob was able to improve on that. Last month, Tpob released the Play Mini.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
I ain't at war with myself, I just caught a truce. I pray to God to keep the peace, I still let it loose. Pasadena, California, thought you knew. Right at the top of Los Robles.
So this is the Play Mini. I'm not gonna give this clipper a full overview like I do in previous clipper videos, because the specs of this machine is exactly the same as the regular Play. If you want to watch a full review on the Play, I have a couple videos about that on my channel. I'll link it in the description if you want to watch those. But in terms of performance and the internals and everything, it's pretty much the same. I just want to talk about the differences that Tpob made to improve on the Play, on this Play Mini. The main difference is obviously the length of the machine. The Play Mini is about 3/4 inch shorter than the original Play. That's a lot. It makes a really big difference on how it feels to hold. Now, this is definitely in the compact clipper market. I've always preferred smaller and more compact feeling clipper in my hands. I had the original Instincts, for example, and while those had a lot of other issues, I always liked the size of them. The Babyless Tomb 45 clipper also had pretty good length, but that one was just too heavy and it was pretty thick. The fact that Tpob was able to keep the function of the OG Play, the same dual speed motor, the 5-hour battery life, while adding USB-C charging to a smaller package, that is impressive. I love that they added the USB-C charging. I think all clippers should come standard with USB-C charging nowadays. It just makes it easier for everyone to charge their machine, especially if you're traveling a lot as a barber, or if you're someone that cuts their own hair at home and you just want to bring one charger for everything instead of bringing a bunch of different chargers for different things. A lot of technology nowadays is USB-C, so I think this is a great addition. This clipper also fits the Play power pods and the standard Play charging dock. So it is the same form factor and everything, just smaller. The other main difference is the lever. So Tpob improved an already great lever on the OG Play to what they call the Snaptac lever. So I always thought that the OG lever was nice and it was smooth until I started using the Snaptac. This is hands down the best lever I've ever used on a clipper. It's not even close. There's a very nice transition between each click on the Snaptac lever compared to the OG. It's extremely smooth. You can see in the comparison how the Snaptac just kind of glides through each click, whereas the OG kind of stops at each click. This just kind of has a really nice smooth transition. And obviously there's some shape and sizing difference as well. It does, to me, look a little bit better. But when you're using the lever day to day is where you really feel the difference. Honestly, I've gone back and used the OG plays, and as much as I absolutely love them, you guys know this, the Play Mini just fits so much better in my hands. Of course, that experience is gonna vary depending on person to person, but to me, having a smaller compact clipper with this much power and battery life can't be beat. What Tpob has done with the release of the Play Mini, to me, is push the boundaries of barbering innovation just that much further. They could have easily just kept producing and marketing the original Play, and it still would have sold out. It still would have been popular. It still would have kept Tpob relevant. But instead of staying comfortable, Tpob chose progress. They refused to be stagnant. Unlike many major clipper brands, they kind of grow complacent over time. Take Wahl, for example. Dude, when the Magic Clip dropped, it changed everything. It was the go-to clipper. Every barber had one on their station. I had a couple of them. I think Wahl was responsible for ushering in a new era of making cordless clippers the industry standard and leaving corded machines behind. Bro, Wahl had the barber world in their hands, but rather than evolve, they just kind of plateaued. They kept re-releasing the same Magic Clip year after year, maybe, do tiny bits of upgrades here and there, different colorways, but it proves that the best can fall behind when they stop moving forward. My point is, Tpob didn't have to release the Play Mini. They already had one of the best performing and best selling clippers on the market with the regular Play. They could have easily just sat back, kept producing the OG Play, if they wanted to raise the price, and it still would have been fairly priced, honestly. And they could have just continued in their own lane in barbering. That alone would have secured their legacy in this era of barbering, just like how the Wahl Magic Clip and the Wahl Seniors did in theirs. But Tpob didn't stop there. They kept pushing forward, and not because they had to, but because they wanted to keep evolving. Obviously, every company wants to make money. That's business. But for Tpob, it's clearly about something deeper. It's about raising the standard. It's about creating tools that don't just compete, but they redefine what's possible for barbers everywhere. Guys, to simply put it, Tpob just wants to be the best. That's the difference between being great for a moment and being legendary forever. And when a company chases greatness like that, and when it refuses to settle, it's us, the barbers, who end up winning. Thanks so much for watching this video. I know, whatever, it sounds like I'm glazing, but this is just how I feel. I've been supporting Tpob for a while now, and they've been supporting me. This is how I feel. The only money I get from making these videos is if somebody uses the discount code. Otherwise, he'll send me some clippers to try out. I'll have some thoughts about it, and I make videos about them. But that doesn't mean that, I don't make other videos for other brands or anything. I do have very high praise for this company, and I truly believe on what they're doing. And I know people are gonna say that, oh yeah, he's sponsored or whatever. Guys, this is my honest opinion. I really believe this stuff. End of the day, dude, they just make great clippers. Thanks for watching.